Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant Akal. The headlines first. Nepal reports record high COVID-19 infection till date. Kathmandu Valley alone reports 696 new cases. NCP Standing Committee meeting ends with agreement of the General Convention date. Chairman Duo vow to continue party unity. World Bank says 4 million jobs created in the last decade in Nepal appeals stronger policies for continued growth. Israel and Bahrain set to establish full diplomatic ties. President Trump hails the deal as historic breakthrough. And Serena Williams crashes out of the US Open to Victoria Azarenka. The Belarusian will play Japan's Osaka in the final. And now the news in detail. 5 more people have succumbed to COVID-19 infection in the country. The Ministry of Health and Population has confirmed the death of 1 woman and 4 men. According to Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, spokesperson at the Health Ministry, a 40-year-old woman from Morang died due to coronavirus infection. Likewise, the ministry has also confirmed the death of 1 each men from Mahotari, Dhanusha, Kathmandu and Nawalparasi. With this, the total death toll in the country has climbed to 322. 1,454 new cases of coronavirus infection were reported across the country in the last 24 hours. Kathmandu Valley alone reported 696 new cases in the past 24 hours, out of which 620 cases were confirmed in Kathmandu, 38 in Bhaktapur and 38 in Lalitpur. The total number of active infection currently stands at 14,925, Dr. Gautam informed. With this, Nepal has recorded a total of 51,919 cases. At present, 8,291 people have been receiving treatment in isolation and 6,634 are recovering in home isolation. Likewise, 170 people have been receiving treatment in ICU wards and 25 people in ventilators across the country. So far, 36,672 people have made complete recovery from the disease. The meeting of the Standing Committee of the ruling Nepal Communist Party has ended with the decision to hold the General Convention on 6th of April. Spokesperson of the party, Narayan Kaji Shrestha, informed of the decision while talking to the media after the meeting. He further added that the Central Committee meeting will also be called between October 31st and November 1st to start the homework for the convention's success.
महाधिवेशन 77 चैत्र 25 देखि 30 गतेसम्म आयोजना गर्ने काठमाडौँमै निर्णय गरिएको छ र त्यसको तयारीसँग सम्बन्धित कामहरूलाई अगाडि बढाउन यही 77 साल कार्तिक 15 देखि 17 गतेसम्म पार्टी केन्द्रीय कमिटीको बैठक बस्ने पनि निष्कर्ष निकालिएको छ.
The meeting has also divided the roles and responsibilities of 2 leaders of the party, Prime Minister KP Oli, who will continue to run the country as the PM, while Executive Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal will continue to handle all party-related matters. The Standing Committee meeting was held in parts and parcels from July but has now finally concluded. The meeting has also made the decision to pass the MCC with necessary amendments and changes. Spokesperson Shrestha informed of the decision to pass the MCC after a detailed discussion was held yesterday over the amendment proposal from senior leader Jhalanath Khanal.
MCC को हकमा यसलाई आवश्यकता अनुसार संशोधन र परिमार्जन गरेर अनुमोदन गर्ने निर्णय निकालेको छ.
The standing committee meeting ended with brief address from both chairman duo of PM Oli and Prachanda. They also committed to learn from the mistakes made within the party leadership and improve on the decision-making process in the future. The meeting has also thanked the government on making the decision to issue the new map of Nepal, including the disputed territories of Lipulek, Limpiadhura and Kalapani. The meeting also urged the government to come up with further effective plans and proposals to help counter the effect of coronavirus in Nepal. 13 senior leaders, including Madhav Kumar Nepal, Jhalanath Khanal, expressed their opinions in the meeting. 3 people from the same family were found dead at Nikosera, Madhyapur Timi municipality, Bhaktapur yesterday. The deceased have been identified as Sudeep Adhikari, 36, his wife Samjana, 34, and their son Shushant Adhikari, 15. According to SP Deepak Thapa, Chief Metropolitan Crime Division, the dead bodies of son and father were recovered from the second floor of the building and the mother's body was found on the first floor. According to the police speculation, the family could have died some days earlier. Metropolitan Crime Division and Metropolitan Police Range have started investigation on the incident. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Chairman of the newly formed Janata Samajwadi Party, Upendra Yadav, has hinted at a change in the province to government. Chairman Yadav has informed that the assessment of the job done by the province to government will also be based on its effectiveness in preventing the spread of coronavirus in the region. The discussion about the change in the government of Province 2 had started after the formation of Janata Samajwadi Party in April. With the changes being proposed, there has been movement seen among the MP's senior leaders and the Chief Minister's office as well. Other leaders and party cadres have time and again criticized the provincial government of not being able to handle the coronavirus pandemic, which created the coronavirus hotspot in the region. Chairman Yadav also added that with the issuance of prohibitory order in the region due to coronavirus pandemic, the assessment has not been paced but added that with time these assessments will be completed and will be followed by changes in the structure of the government. The MPs of the Kathmandu Valley have demanded for the formation of a parliamentary committee to monitor the preventive works done during the coronavirus pandemic. The MPs met with the House Speaker Agni Prasad Sharma separately to address the situation regarding the coronavirus pandemic and the following damage to the country's economy. They demanded for a parliamentary monitoring committee during the meeting. The current monitoring committee's ineffectiveness has prompted for this decision to form a new parliamentary committee to oversee all the works done by the government during this pandemic, the MPs informed.
ती समिति भनेको एउटा चाहिँ नि नियमित बैठक बस्ने हैन मन्त्रालयसँग आबद्ध भएका समिति छन् श्रमिक समिति छन् एउटा संसदीय समिति बनाऊ कोभिडलाई मात्रै हैन फोकस गर्ने त्यस विविध आयामी पक्ष छन् त्यो सबै आयामी पक्षले चाहिँ नि हेरेर एउटा कमिटी सचिवालय सहितको चाहिँ नि राखेर चाहिँ नि कमिटी बनाएर चाहिँ नि यसले राष्ट्र अस्तर खाली दियोस् भन्ने अभिप्रायले आज हामी उहाँले बुझाएको छौं.
The MPs informed that the House Speaker expressed his commitment to initiate discussion regarding this matter in the House with agreement from all the parties. And now the news from the economic front. Four million new jobs have been created in the last 10 years in Nepal. Although the quality of jobs is still questionable, the overall standard of living of the people has improved vastly in this decade. A report.
A data published by World Bank in its job diagnostic report states that in the last decade, more than 4 million jobs were created in Nepal. The report points out to the people's tendency to move out of agriculture into other fields of work, which has in turn helped create more jobs. The report also adds that although the quality of jobs available to everyone has not significantly improved, the overall living standard of people has improved. The gender bias in the job market has also been made clear in the report, with men reportedly getting higher paid jobs than women. In the last decade, more men have gone into construction, production of houses, businesses, and transport sectors. The report has also pointed out to the improvement in life standard of people who have travelled abroad for jobs. The daily wage jobs, which was 17% of the total job market in 2008, increased to 24% in 2018. The report has pointed out to the need of attention and investment in the small and medium-scale businesses to help improve the economy further. The report also states the importance of the startup industry in improving the job sector of Nepal, while policy-level changes have to be made in the environment and labour law to accommodate more people in these sectors. The World Bank has informed that the report doesn't encompass the effect of the coronavirus in the job market of Nepal.
Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. In its attempts to strengthen its presence at the Gulf, Israel has signed a peace deal with yet another Muslim-dominated nation, Bahrain. Israel, for almost a decade, had a bad reputation in the Gulf after most Arab nations shunned any ties with the former, asserting there will be no progress until Palestinian dispute was settled. Similar agreement between Israel and another Gulf ally, UAE, has already been announced last month. US President Donald Trump, who came up with his Middle East peace plan in January, announced the deal as a historic breakthrough. Bahrain is only the fourth Arab country in the Middle East after the UAE, Egypt and Jordan to recognize Israel since its founding in 1948, BBC reported. BBC has cited Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who said he was excited that another peace agreement has been completed with another Arab country. Sexual violence and rape in South Asia continues to garner outrage across the globe as a woman was raped and robbed in Punjab province, Pakistan. According to Al Jazeera, police have arrested 15 people alleged to be involved in the brutal rape of a woman on a major highway after her car broke down. The victim was apparently traveling with her children when her car broke down while she was driving from the city of Lahore, capital of Punjab province. The aggressors smashed her car window before raping her in a nearby field and robbing her cash and jewelry. Al Jazeera has cited local media's report according to which her children were made to watch. The incident has sparked national outcry as rape and sexual violence continues to increase in cities across Pakistan. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Nepal reports record high COVID-19 infection till date. Kathmandu Valley alone reports 696 new cases. NCP Standing Committee meeting ends with agreement of the General Convention date. Chairman Duo vow to continue party unity. World Bank says 4 million jobs created in the last decade in Nepal, appeals for stronger policies for continued growth. Israel and Bahrain set to establish full diplomatic ties. President Trump hails the deal as historic breakthrough. And Serena Williams crashes out of the US Open to Victoria Azarenka. The Belarusian will play Japan's Osaka in the finals. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow government directives of the lockdown and follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infection. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.